This isn't a drill. This is reality TV chaos at its height. Yandy Smith, the fearless, unwavering queen, just discovered that Ems Harris, the man she supported through everything, has been creeping around with Jasmine Bleu. When I say that the receipts are a mess, I mean it. Jasmine Bleu just dropped a bombshell about me, and Yandy's not okay. We all know that men pass to shady, but this is a whole new level of disaster. Jasmine, on the other hand, isn't just talking. She's bringing facts, details, and tears, and Yandy is crying more than ever before. The internet is going crazy, and fans are in complete shock. But what exactly did Jasmine reveal? How did Yandy respond? And the real question is whether Mies can even return from this strapping, because the scam is about to take some crazy turns. This isn't just another messy love triangle. It's bigger, messier, and more devastating than anything we've ever seen. He was caught red-handed for cheating, and if you've been following the drama, you know who's at the center of it all: Jasmine Bleu. Let's break this down, because this is the kind of drama that rocks reality TV to its foundation. Jasmine went live first, and now people go live all the time. You know, Jasmine's and Mies' history is full of rumors, accusations, and scandal. However, this time, it's not just whispers, because Jasmine just threw everything on blast. When did Yandy find out? Let's just say it was game over. Time to talk to fans, give them hints, and possibly start a drama. But this time, Jasmine wasn't being mean. Instead, she brought facts and receipts, and her story left everyone in disbelief from the beginning. She said, "You guys are going to hate me for this, but I don't even care anymore. I'm done staying quiet." And then suddenly, we knew something crazy was about to happen. She inhaled deeply, looked directly into the camera, and said, "Mendeecees has been lying to all of us." At that moment, the comments went crazy. "Girl, what? Spill it, Maines. Not another dirty mess?" And then she revealed that Jasmine had been skulking behind Yandy's back once more. But wait, this isn't just some small flirtation or DNs gone wrong. Oh no. Mendeecees had been secretly contacting Jasmine for days, telling her that if he could go back in time, he would have chosen her because he felt stuck and miserable with Yandy. Yes, yo, that's what he said. When did Yandy find out? Hell broke loose at first, and Yandy remained silent, fans. Mendeecees was making huge promises to Jasmine that would have driven any wife insane. We were tagging her everywhere, hoping for a response, but nothing came of it. And as you all know, Yandy isn't the kind to keep quiet. A few hours later, she returned to the internet, and I must say that she looked like she had just fought the hardest battle of her life. Her eyes were swollen, her makeup was smudged, and she said, "I don't even have." Right now, that was all we needed to hear, because this wasn't just a silly rumor. It was real, and it's far from over. The questions that still need to be answered are, will Yandy eventually leave? Will Mendeecees try to fabricate the story? What about Jasmine? Was she lying, or was she just playing a prank? One thing is certain though, this drama is far from over. If you want the most recent on, if you believe Yandy should finally leave me for good, hit the like button. If you know this mess isn't over, watch our next video, because the drama only gets wilder, and it was only the beginning. The biggest scandals, the wildest celebrity drama, and all the behind-the-scenes tea. Subscribe right now. Turn on your notifications. Instead of just sitting back and crying, Yandy took immediate action after seeing those messages. She dragged Mendeecees into her room, and the next scene in the straight-up movie shows Yandy storming with her phone in her hands, shaking so tightly that it might shatter. Then, without saying anything, she slams the door shut and throws it on the table. The man's entire body shifts as he stares at Jasmine's messages, and the first thing he says is, "Are you really going to trust her over me, baby?" He knows he's been caught, and he didn't, which is gaslighting 101. However, Yandy is built differently, and I'm not an idiot. Don't even try to play a game on me. Say it directly to my face. His eyes are all over her, as if he's looking for a way out, but guess what? There is one. And then, boom, Yandy takes out another phone. Ladies, you already know that if a woman has two phones, A man's entire life is about to end. She presses play on a voicemail, and as soon as that voice enters, there is complete silence. "I miss you, Jasmine." M's face changes from shock to pure panic as he reaches for the phone, but Yandy is already ahead of him and grabs his hand, her eyes locked on his. "Oh, you care about the phone, but you weren't expecting to be caught sending these messages, huh?" M's thought, "I just want to make things right." The air is thick and the tension is unbearable. Yandy is furious because she remembers your family, but you're out here telling another woman that you wish you had chosen her more quietly, with no excuses left and no more lies to tell. Instead of accepting the L like a man would, he does what all cheaters do. He tries to change the course of events. "You don't even see me anymore, and you're always assuming the worst after everything I've done for this F family." And then it happened. Yandy snapped. This wasn't just cheating, this was betrayal. This was years of loyalty thrown away like it meant nothing. And M just sat there defeated, humiliated, done. And listen, when a woman stops being angry, when all that's left is pain, that's when you know it's really over. But this was just the beginning, because what's about to go down next, baby, things are going to get much messier. Yandy stormed out of the studio, her heart racing, her eyes blurring with tears, but she wasn't going to cry just yet. She had given up everything from M's to stand by him when the world turned its back on him, and for nothing she gripped the steering wheel. When her phone rang, she took a deep breath and answered. "Girl, what the hell is going on?" Yandy exhaled. "I don't even know." I confronted him, and he couldn't even lie. He just sat there silently. Kimbell aside, "Yandy, I always ride for you. But this is bad, Jasmine." Her mind was racing. Had she been blind the entire time? Had she ignored the signs? And was everyone right about him? She was out here dropping receipts like they were Black Friday receipts, and Yandy's stomach dropped. She whispered, barely breathing, "Yeah, and listen, these aren't old. They look fresh and brand new." And then she realized that this wasn't just a rumor. Jasmine had proof, so she sent them to me. A moment later, the pictures appeared with trembling hands, and Yandy opened them. Jasmine lay up on Mendeecees' bed in a hotel shirtless, in another picture of the two of them sipping wine at a fancy restaurant. But the worst part of each picture was when Mendeecees was grinning, and the tears finally fell over her voice. "I can't do this, Camilla. I can't defend him anymore," she said steadily. The world was watching, and Yandy realized that this wasn't just any man cheating. This was Yandy Smith, a woman whom other women looked up to, trusted, and who created her legacy. Now that Mendeecees was dragging it through the dirt, Yandy wiped away her tears and tightened her jaw, saying, "He won't make me look." He had to quickly shut this down because it was stupid, not today. His phone was exploding with notifications, and his name was trending for all the wrong reasons. He called Jasmine, who answered right away. "You need to clean this up," he said, and she laughed. "Oh, now you want to act tough," she teased. "But you're the one who kept coming back to me. You made promises, and I just told the..." Jasmine smirked, saying, "If you don't fix this, I swear or what?" His voice became sharper, and it wasn't intended for the public. His fists were clenched. "Just so you know, I haven't even dropped everything yet. I got more receipts." M's stomach dropped. Jasmine wasn't bluffing. She wanted blood back at home. Yandy was done waiting. "We got you, Yandy. Leave him. Stay strong, sis. I'm praying for you." Yandy took a deep breath before speaking. "I wasn't even going to address this," she said steadily, "but I see what's happening, and I won't allow anyone to make me look bad." She knew that they would try to twist the story, so she wasn't going to let that happen. Like a fool, the conversation went crazy, and I supported my man through everything, she said. "I thought we were strong. But today I witnessed something that broke me, and it hurts, but I'm strong, and I'll get through this." The support was so strong, and then the story changed, and Yandy wasn't just the woman who had been betrayed anymore. She was regaining her power while I watched her. He had to do something without thinking, so he called Yandy, and her phone lit up with his name. Would she answer before she could even make up her mind? Another notification appeared, telling her that Jasmine had just dropped another bombshell, and this time it would change everything. He was live streaming in silence, his hands clenched around his phone. Jasmine sat in front of the camera, her expression serious, and she took a deep breath. "I didn't want to say this," she started, "but since everyone was talking, I'm going to tell you the whole truth." Now the tension increased. What else was she going to reveal? She took a deep breath. "I didn't just talk about leaving Yandy. He planned it, he told me." She added that Yandy had no idea what was going to happen, and the world stood still. Fans were in shock. Did Yandy really not know that I had been planning this from the beginning? The comments went crazy, and Yandy ran as Jasmine dropped more receipts. And that's when Yandy realized this wasn't just about cheating. This was a whole new level of betrayal. She had to decide whether to fight for this relationship or to end it forever. She gave her phone one last glance before turning it off because everyone, including men, was waiting for her next move. The room was tense as she realized the final betrayal. While social media was in flames, supporters were divided, with some writing for Yandy and calling Mendeecees a serial liar who never changed others' opinions. Candy's heart pounded as she flipped through the messages, seeing every single one that confirmed her worst fears that Mendeecees had been lying to her face, and that this wasn't just a fling. There was more to the story. As the world debated it, Jasmine Bleu enjoyed the attention and posted cryptic Instagram messages to make it appear as though men had been pursuing her rather than the other way around. She wrote, "When a man shows you who he is," in response to each new detail that surfaced on the internet. Believe him, when he first posted, the internet was in ruins as fans dissected every word. However, Yandy was no longer crying. She wasn't just hurt, she was furious. This wasn't about a single woman. It was about years of sacrifice and loyalty struggles from Mendeecees. And now it all felt like a cruel joke. She had supported him through his darkest moments and remained faithful while he was incarcerated, and Jasmine was now acting as though she was the victim in enough cases. Yandy took her phone and called one of her closest friends. Her voice was cold. "I have to correct the record," and the interview was set up. Yandy refused to let Jasmine or Mess control the story and was prepared to speak the truth as soon as it was broadcast. The last straw was when Yandy produced the receipts, screenshots, and texts that provided unambiguous black and white proof that men had been meeting up with Jasmine Bleu behind her back. Yandy didn't hold back when she revealed that she had noticed the warning signs months earlier, but she had decided to believe Mendeecees. Looking back, everything made sense, including the excuses and her constantly hectic schedule. The world watched in disbelief as he pretended to be a loving husband, and now there was no way out of the Mendeecees. But wait, there's more. The internet erupted when it was revealed that Mendeecees had allegedly told Jasmine that he was ready to leave Yandy, saying that she deserved so much better. Once a cheater is a cheater, Jasmine truly believes she wants something, sis. Then, after days of silence, Mendeecees finally broke his silence on Instagram. He looked exhausted, the weight of a scandal written all over his face, and he said, "I am not perfect. I made mistakes, but y'all." Meanwhile, Mendeecees was too quiet, and his silence made everything worse. Rumors ran wild that he was trying to control the situation, but the damage was already done. Don't know the full story, so instead of taking responsibility, he played the victim by saying that he and Yandy had been at odds for months and that Jasmine understood him. Then he had the gall to imply that Yandy was only making this public to get attention, which was the final straw that caused Yandy to take to her own platform. "I don't need sympathy, I need the truth, and if you can't give it to me, then I need it." We've run out of things to discuss, and just when things were getting out of hand, Jasmine Bleu took a risk and revealed the so-called final receipts, more screenshots, and more messages from M's telling her that he was ready to move on and that he was done with Yandy. The public went crazy, believing that this marriage was over, and Yandy supporters were ready for him to publicly step down, and the situation was a complete mess, and the fallout was just getting started. Would Yandy finally walk away for good? Would Mendeecees try to win her back? What about Jasmine Bleu now that everyone was dragging him? M's support was crumbling. Even his own people began dragging him. His comments were full of backlash. BR, you did this to yourself. Jasmine played you, and now you look stupid. Just log, man, you lost. Time would tell, but one thing was certain. This scandal was far from over. That concludes this crazy tale for the time being. But will there be more drama? Will Yandy finally leave Mendeecees for good? Or will there be a startling reconciliation? And most importantly, is Jasmine Bleu being honest? Or is she just playing a prank? Leave a comment if you believe that this is how things have always been or if there is more to the story. If you believe that this is crazy, know that the drama in love and hip-hop never ends. If you want to be informed about the biggest scandals, the most shocking revelations, and the real behind the scenes, click the subscribe button right now and enable notifications so that you never miss an update. If you know that this drama isn't done yet, watch our next video because, believe me, it's worth it. Yandy should finally take a chance on herself and hit the like button. About to get much more crazy, so let's leave.